Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News, episode 143. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here, and welcome back to another episode of WWE News and Rumors. So, you might notice something different about this video, and I'm going to tell you why it looks a bit different. So the camera is kind of more zoomed in, and I'm further from my background, and I'm standing further from the camera because I broke my lens. Absolutely terrible. I don't know what even happened. I was standing on like the opposite side of my room. My tripod just decided to fall over, so my very expensive camera fell over. Luckily, I say luckily, but it's really not lucky at all. It lands right on the lens. So the only thing that broke on the entire camera was the lens. So that's good, kind of. Good and bad at the same time. I'm glad I didn't actually break the camera. But enough of me running my mouth about my broken lens. We have some news to talk about, so let's go ahead and get started. The first news story. So as you guys probably know, you should know, Kane came back on Monday Night Raw. He returned on Monday Night Raw this week. Incredible. Apparently Kane's return was actually kept a secret. Like, no one knew backstage that Kane was coming back. No fans knew because Kane actually landed at a different airport and drove to the city where Raw was. I believe it was like Portland, Oregon, I believe. He landed like the next city over their airport, and then he like drove to Portland. So it's pretty crazy they actually kept Kane's return a secret. I mean, it's not like a giant return or anything, but they wanted to keep it a secret. No one backstage knew, and he actually flew to an entirely different airport just to keep it a secret. Okay, the next news story. So as reported in the last news episode, the Young Bucks were contacted by 2K to do work for the WWE 2K19 game. So they were supposed to do like motion capture stuff because like so many people were creating the Young Buck characters. They're like, let's just go ahead and put motion capture so we can actually get their moves and stuff and make it a little bit easier for people or whatever. Apparently the Young Bucks actually denied this, like 2K approached them, asked them if they would do it. They said no. I don't blame them in the slightest for saying no. I mean, first off, you're getting sued by WWE. I mean, they're not in WWE. They don't want to like do work for a WWE game for like no reason, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to get paid that much just for doing motion capture work, so it's really not even worth their time. I don't blame them in the slightest, but 2K approached the Young Bucks for doing work for WWE 2K19, and they declined the offer. Okay, the next news story. So if you were wondering why Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, and JoJo, what the hell is JoJo's last name? Offerman, I think? JoJo Offerman? So JoJo, Bray Wyatt, and Bo Dallas, if you were wondering why they were missing from Monday Night Raw, they were missing because they're actually sick. So Bray Wyatt and JoJo are dating, I believe, and then Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt are brothers, so they probably got each other sick or something. So no, they're not quitting the WWE. There were actually rumors that they were quitting the WWE because, I don't know, ever since like Neville, like it's rumored Neville walked out. No, he didn't walk out because he actually never even showed up, but there's rumors that Neville's quitting the WWE, of course, and now it's like someone isn't on Raw, they must be quitting or something. But no, they're not quitting, they're just sick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news stories. There really wasn't much news today, but we're gonna move on to the rumors right now into some interesting stuff. So that's all the news stories. Now let's move on to the rumors. All right, so I don't know if you guys saw the last news episode. I think it was the last news episode, or maybe it was the one before that. We're supposed to be having Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal at Survivor Series, and it looks like that's actually happening, but this rumor is what's happening after that for Brock Lesnar. So after that, the rumor is he is facing Finn Balor. So Finn Balor's finally getting his match for the Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar that he's been wanting for so long. So it looks like that's actually going to happen. So I'm not sure what pay-per-view. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar. Okay, so Survivor Series, we have Survivor Series. The next pay-per-view after that is Clash of Champions. They really screwed up the whole pay-per-views because Clash of Champions was all, or Night of Champions, whatever you want to call it, was always in September. They screwed it up this year, and TLC's always been in December. It's really screwing me up, but I'm not sure if that's a Raw or SmackDown pay-per-view. I'm not entirely sure. If it's a SmackDown pay-per-view, then I guess Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar wouldn't happen until the Royal Rumble. Okay, the next rumor. So I have some good news for fans of the Bella Twins. So if you're a fan of the Bella Twins, they're supposed to be coming back. I'm not entirely sure where Brie said this, but I think it was like an interview or like a fan Q&A or something. Someone asked Brie, when are you coming back to WWE? And she said January, and she intends to come back with Nikki Bella. So it looks like the Bella Twins are actually coming back in January. So that's wonderful news for all the fans of the Bella Twins. Okay, the next rumor. So this one makes me very, very excited. So the Shield is back, which is a wonderful thing. Everyone's been wanting it for so long, and it's actually freaking happened. I'm not gonna lie, I marked out a little bit when they were wearing the Shield vests on Raw. I mean, I was such a big fan of the Shield, and they're finally back together. But this rumor is, we have the vest back, so what else are we missing from the old Shield? Well, the entrance, and the entrance is rumored to be coming back at TLC this Sunday. They're supposed to be going through the crowd with the old Shield entrance. I'm such a mark for the Shield, but it should be great. I can't wait to see it this Sunday at TLC. I mean, it's gonna be very annoying for wrestlers to go through the crowd because like everyone's touching you and trying to get selfies and messing with you and all this crap. But I don't know, it's very cool, especially if you're there in the crowd. All right, so that's the good news about the Shield. So I have good news and bad news about the Shield. I gave you the good news first, so here's the bad news. The Shield is going to end. This run is going to end, and the rumor is it's going to be sooner than later. The rumor is it's not supposed to last really past Survivor Series. But the rumor is Seth Rollins isn't going to break it up this time. It's going to be Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel on Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and break up the Shield, so maybe they'll get back together one more time after they break up, and Roman will break them up and Roman will be heel. I don't know, guys, it kind of sucks the Shield has to end, but I mean, they're individual wrestlers, individual great wrestlers, and they need to have their individual success and not be stuck in this group. But I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, the next rumor. So, Kane's back, if you like it or not, but he's not sticking around too long. He's actually running for mayor of Knoxville, so I was like really confused this Monday when he returned. I'm like, wait, you're supposed to be running for mayor, not beating up people wearing a red mask. I don't think that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. So yeah, he's not staying around that long. He's gonna stay around a few weeks after TLC. The rumor is he's supposed to be there exactly 3 weeks after TLC. Then he's going bye-bye. So it looks like this Kane return's only lasting about a month, but he's running for mayor. Hope you win, Kane. I met him last week or something, and real nice guy. Hopefully he wins mayor of Knoxville. But yeah, Kane's return's only gonna last for about 3 more weeks. Okay, the next rumor. So Nia Jax is on like some kind of leave. They gave her like a few weeks off. Well, not a few weeks, I think they gave her a few months off or something. Apparently she's like really frustrated with WWE right now for the creative and for the pay. You're in WWE. I think the pay should be pretty good for you. I mean, I don't know exactly what Nia Jax makes, but I would imagine she would make more in WWE right now than she would be on the independents or anything like that. So I think she should be happy with the money she's making right now, because it will increase over time. I mean, that's just my opinion, but she's also frustrated with the creative, which I kind of understand. But she's on like some kind of leave right now, and who knows when she's supposed to return. If she does even return, I mean, there's rumors of her even leaving the WWE, which I don't think she'll actually do. Which kind of leads me into my final rumor, the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'm talking about in this video. The rumor is a few more WWE wrestlers other than Neville and Nia Jax are thinking about leaving the WWE. So there's not really names right now, I can't tell you who, but the rumor is they've reached out to Cody Rhodes to actually ask Cody Rhodes, so if I leave the WWE, how would I go about making money on the indies, getting booked and stuff like that? There is no confirmed names, but fans are speculating, fans, not me, of some people who might be leaving the WWE. Here's the list that fans came up with. People who could be leaving the WWE to go on the indies and try to make a name for themselves. Okay. Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's already kind of made a name for himself in the indies, but I can understand him not being happy with creative, which it is getting better now that he's paired with Kevin Owens. So someone else that fans are speculating, Luke Harper. I can definitely understand that. I imagine Eric Rowan's in the same boat there. Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's been talking about leaving the WWE for a while to pursue comedy and stuff like that. Someone else, Rusev. Rusev's been teasing leaving WWE for a while. Someone else, and of course Nia Jax. That's just the list fans have came up with. None of that is confirmed. I mean, I don't blame some wrestlers for wanting to leave WWE and go out in the indies and make a name for themselves, be this big star, then come back to WWE and main event. Something like Drew McIntyre did, but these people who are actually frustrated with WWE right now, that we're actually getting rumors of, they're mid-card people. They're in a pretty good spot in the WWE. I mean, they're not in the main event or anything, but they are in the mid-card. I mean, I understand Neville. Like, Neville's stuck in that freaking cruiserweight division. But let me know what you think of this, guys. What do you think of wrestlers leaving the WWE to go out in the indies and make a name for themselves and then come back? I think it's a good idea to do something like that, but if they're in a good spot, like upper mid-card or something, I don't see why they're really that frustrated with WWE. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. And there you guys have it. That is this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'm sorry about this whole screwed up thing. I'll try to get a new lens soon. This is the end card. Down there's my second channel. Over here are some previous videos you guys may have not seen that you'll probably enjoy. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to like this video. And if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. It's absolutely free. I will see you guys in the next video.